Statistics on the rise, and we know that there are two precincts where crime is being attacked. We have Police Officer Napoleon Bell here with us and Quay Barnes Mid-East Area Community Collaborative. This is a community involvement with the Division of Police trying to get neighbors together, get everybody out there and fight crime. Basically that's it, but Quay, explain to me what it is and how long you've been working on this.
We've been working as a collaborative for about 4 to 5 years now, and what it basically is that each of the neighborhoods has a block watch or a civic association. And in the past, before the collaborative, we would all work within our own communities to keep them safe and to maintain property values. But we found out that a problem that you have in one community will filter over into another community if we all don't work together. Well, Officer Bell came up with the idea of having a collaborative where all the block watches and civic associations on the east side work together. And so whenever we have a concern in one community, the other communities support it, and therefore the whole east side is kept in a safe and good environment.
When you say the whole east side, by police district, we talk about 9th and 14th. So tell me what area, east side's a big place, kind of what areas are we talking about?
Well, the 9th precinct covers the areas from on the north around 5th Avenue, south to the county line, to the west would be about Nelson Road, and to the east is Hamilton Road is the 9th precinct, and then east of Hamilton Road is 14th precinct, which they are now coming on. We're getting some of their block watches and associations involved in the collaborative also. And
you have a community meeting every year. This is going to be on April 27th of this year. People in the neighborhood, you've gotten as many as 300 people coming together. It's at Eastmoor Academy. You call it a town hall meeting, and tell me, there are going to be a lot of groups represented, included the Division of Police.
Yes. There will be also code enforcement, health department, various city services that the community deals with will be there.
Prosecutor's office as well?
Prosecutor's office, yes. We're inviting city council members so that we want to make sure that if you have a question regarding anything that involves quality of life or your community in general, there's somebody there that can answer that question.
Now, the issues that come up in every neighborhood, but more in some than others, drugs, vandalism, break-ins, all of that has been a problem in these two areas.
Well, in isolated areas, overall, the 9th and 14th precinct are very good precincts to live and work in. Although we do have isolated areas that we need to address rather aggressively, and we can't do that without the help of the concerned block watches and associations and the residents in the area.
How does this particular area reflect in the crime statistics? Are you able to cut down, or are you seeing?
Well, I think with a lot of the efforts that the MACC has done and the block watch and associations in their own respective areas has made a difference. Just to give you an example, in the Livingston Courtright area, that area was once ridden with a lot of alcohol establishments, and Quay Barnes and the Civic Association and Block Watch in that area was able to vote that area dry with the help of all the residents in there, but they got that information out and the area was voted dry, and so it's become a lot quieter in that area and a lot less problems. So just by that particular Civic Association Block Watch working on that area was able to make it a lot safer and quieter.
The issue of police response, police protection, police in the neighborhood, you know, it's great if their response time is good and they respond reactively and they react to crime or other issues. But what about proactively? Is there police cooperation?
Well, this is a good example of it. The MACC was established by our community liaison officer, Napoleon Bell, and he works closely with us on a daily basis of things that we're concerned about in the neighborhood. He's a mere phone call away. We see him all the time. We see our other police officers, both in cars and on bikes, and some of us know them by name. So it's a joint effort.
Another problem that neighborhoods seem to be seeing a rising gang activity. Is that something that you are also able to address, or has that not been a problem in these particular areas?
I don't think that Officer Bell disagree. I don't think we have a big gang problem in our areas.
So what are you looking to be proactive? What do you want people to come and talk about?
Well, one of the things is like he spoke of the liquor initiative, which we took care of. We want people to come with concerns about break-ins or robberies, but we also want people to come in and say the good things about their neighborhoods. Part of this this event is going to be a celebration of the youth in our community, from the schools, from the rec center. We have libraries. We have a lot of things that we can rejoice about also.
And I know that there's going to be performance for the first time.
Right.
We'll ask about that. We're going to go to a break right now. Stay with us. We'll be right back talking about crime prevention in the community. Don't go away. At an event that's going to be taking place on April 27th at Eastmoor Academy, and it is a community effort to talk about issues in the community, good things, bad things. You're going to have entertainment this year, and you've got booths and so forth. What can people look forward to? School groups.
Okay, well, our school groups that we've got on schedule is Johnson Park Middle School's dance troupe is going to come. We have the Barnett Recreation School, either baton or drill team, the Shady Lane Choir, and we're hoping for the Walnut Ridge Band or Jazz Band. So several groups are going to be there.
And you're going to also be discussing health issues, code issues. I know you and I have talked over the years that rundown neighborhoods that where there isn't code enforcement lead to areas of crime, crack houses and so forth. Talk about how that fits into all of this in crime prevention.
Well, it actually comes together with the community making the phone calls, because without those phone calls, we can't do our job. The health department and code enforcement can't do theirs. So with these groups that have gotten together that are active in the area, they'll give us a call or give code a call and be able to address the broken windows, the houses that aren't boarded up that then lead to you know, either somebody selling drugs or vagrants or what have you, causing problems in those areas. So we want not just the people from the 9th and 14th precinct to come to this meeting, but everybody from the city to come to this meeting, because of the fact that we are starting, I think, something new.
Nobody else is doing this, no collaboratives that you know of.
Right, that covers this many block watches and associations. So I think that what we're doing is groundbreaking, and that it's bringing everybody together, and hopefully in the future that there will be something like this in every part of the city, and that then we can have even a larger meeting in the future with the whole city being involved.
But is safety the primary consideration in the neighborhoods as you see it, as you talk to your constituents?
You know, you get people in your community and you keep them in your community if they feel they're safe, and that they can live their lives in a decent and constructive manner, and that their property values will be maintained. So yes, safety is a major issue. And by all of us working together, there's safety in numbers. There really is safety in numbers. And if anything does come up, there are also enough people that can take care of the situation.
Now, this is the 4th year that you've done this.
Yes.
Can you point, I know you talked about the liquor initiative, you point to some other positives that have come out of this? I know one of the good things is people want to be heard, and they want their voices heard, and they will be able to bring their issues, their problems, their concerns to this meeting and be heard. That's obviously a positive.
Definitely, definitely. And they can bring the good things that have happened also, because we also want to highlight the good things that some of the block watches have done, such as the liquor initiative that Berwyn East Civic and Block Watch did. We have the Eye on You Block Watch, which is headed by John Meddert. There was a school up in the, what's the name of the school? Up in their particular area that was run down and needed to be boarded up because kids and things were going into that school. So they were able to make the proper contacts and do that. We have a lot of good things that have happened with the different block watches associations that we're going to highlight during this meeting also, because it is a great place to live and work, and we want to bring more business into the area, but also enhance the communication between businesses. We're working with the businesses, setting up Hamilton Road Corridor Association, Livingston Avenue Business Association. We're going to be working with the Main Street area to get those businesses and everybody involved with making the area a better place to live.
You hear about preaching to the choir, and that the people who are going to come and be there are the people who aren't the troublemakers or have the children who may be the troublemakers. Are you reaching out through the schools or through the churches to bring in people who might really need to hear what's going on and some positive feedback?
Yes, matter of fact, Thunderbird Acres and the Leewood Block Watch and Association are doing a program called Connecting with Kids, in which they're working directly with the schools. in the area to get them involved in the community. So try to reach them when they're younger, and so that they can come up and be productive citizens and be involved in their community.
So tell me again, and I know you've got some sponsors, some people who will have booths and tables. Tell me again, time, place, run through it, and who people should call.
Okay. All right. Why don't you do that?
Okay. It's going to be held Tuesday, April 27th at Eastmore Academy. The programming will start at 6 o'clock, so we'd like everybody to arrive at 6 o'clock, although their booths will start to be set up around 5:30.
And booths being?
There will be booths located in the hall that have many of the city agencies involved. There will be different sponsors from the area businesses that regarding safety or health or other things that the communities involved would be interested in. So we'll have several of those with information packets. Columbus Fire Department will have some information, have somebody there. So we're looking to have the area well represented as far as the businesses and also the city agencies well represented.
And there will be questions and answers,
Yes.
no holds barred.
No,
This is
no.
it could get loud, could get contentious, but people who want answers
We'll
from
get
the
them.
community, from the health department, from code enforcement, from the police department, we'll get them that
They will
night.
get
Yeah, because we think that information is the key to providing an open atmosphere and services that sometimes people didn't know about that were out there. A lot of times the frustration that people have is just because of not knowing.
I don't know who to call, they say.
Right.
You're going to tell them who to call. Thanks for
Right.
joining us. Good luck with the event. And I know we'll be talking to you again. And thank you for watching. Have a beautiful Saturday. We'll see you next week.